Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Didian Ardiana Ramadhani, studi program S1 Nursing. Gastroenteritis Nursing Diagnosis. Gastroenteritis is excessive fluid and electrolyte loss that occurs due to the frequency of one or more bowel movement which the form of watery or liquid stool. Gastroenteritis is inflammation of the mucous membrane of the stomach and small intestines, which is characterized by vomiting and diarrhea, which result in loss of electrolyte fluid that cause dehydration and symptoms of balanced electrolytes. Gastroenteritis is an acute infectious disease that attacks the stomach and intestinal markets with watery stool 5 times or more. Gastroenteritis is watery bowel movement more than 3 times per day can or without mucus and blood. The main cause of gastroenteritis is the presence of bacteria, virus, parasites, fungi, worm, protozoa. Gastroenteritis will be characterized by vomiting and diarrhea that can eliminate fluid and electrolyte, especially sodium and potassium, which eventually causes metabolic acidosis and also occur fluid or dehydration. Etiology, predisposing factor causing gastroenteritis are A. Infection factor 1. Internal infection. Infection or the digestive tract is the main cause of gastroenteritis in children, including internal infection as follows: bacterial infection, Vibrio, E. coli, Salmonella, Shigella, Staphylococcus, Yersinia, Auromona, and so on. 2. Viral infection, enterovirus, Echinococcus polymeritis. 3. Parasitic infection, wort, Ascaris, Trichuris, Oxyris, Strongyloides, Protozoa fungi. Parenteral infection, infections outside the digestive tract such as tonsillitis, bronchopneumonia, and other. Malabsorption factor, carbohydrate malabsorption, dysaccharides, lactose intolerance, maltose and sucrose, mucosaccharides intolerance of glucose, fructose, and glucose. Fat malabsorption, protein malabsorption, food factor, stale food, toxic, and allergy to food. Psychological factor, fear and anxiety, both older children. Big pathophysiology based when Hassan the basic mechanism that because diarrhea is when secretion disorders due to certain disturbances at bitoxins in the intestinal will increased secretion water and electrolytes into the intestinal cavity and food. Furthermore, diarrhea is not due to an increase in the contents of the intestinal cavity to osmotic disorders due to the presence of food or substances that cannot be absorbed. The cause the osmotic pressure in the intestinal cavity to rise, so that there is a shift of water and electrolytes into the intestinal cavity. Fill the cavity. This excess intestinal will stimulate the intestines to excrete it, causing diarrhea. 3. Intestinal motility disorders. Hyperperistaltis will result in reduced intestinal opportunities to absorb food, causing diarrhea. Otherwise, if directed intestinal peristalsis will cause bacteria to overgrow, which in turn can cause diarrhea. Clinical manifestation. 1. Consistency of liquid stool, diarrhea, and the frequency of defecation is getting more frequent. 2. Vomiting usually for long. 3. Fever may be present, may not be. 3. 2. Abdominal cramp tenemus. 5. 3. Mucous membranes. 6. Sunscreen fontanella intense. 6. Weight loss. 7. Malaise. Serolipids. Complication. Dehydration, hyporomeric, seizures, bacterial chemistry, malnutrition, hypoglycemia, intolerance secondary to intestinal mucosal damage. From the complication of gastroenteritis, the degree of dehydration can be classified as follows. 1. Mild dehydration, fluid loss. 2 or 5% of body weight with clinical turgor, less elastic skin, where the voice the patient has not fallen shock. 2. Moderate dehydration, loss of 5 or 8% of body weight with clinical features of skin turgor, where the voice the patient fall pre-shock, fast and deep pulse. 3. Severe dehydration, loss of fluid 8 or 10% of body weight with clinical features such as 6 of moderate hydration, complete decreased consciousness, apathy to coma, stiff muscles to Cyanosis. Management according to Suppartini, medical management of diarrhea patients includes administration of fluids and administration of drug giving fluids to patients with diarrhea and paying attention to the degree of dehydration and general condition. When giving fluids, patients with mild and moderate dehydration give fluid orally in the form of a liquid containing NaCl and Na, HCO3, HCl, and glucose to acute diarrhea. 2. Parenteral fluid. Actually, there are several types of fluid that are needed according to needs of the patients, but it all depends on the availability of fluids local. In general, lactate RL solution is given depending on the severe or mild dehydration, which is calculated with fluid loss according to acme body weight. When mild dehydration, when her first moderate to moderate dehydration, when her fish suffer dehydration, first when her sea drug. The principle of diarrhea treatment is to replace fluid lost through phases with or without vomiting with fluids containing electrolytes and glucose or other carbohydrates, sugar, starch, water, rice flour. Anti-secretion drug acetosal dose. 2. Spasmolytic drug. Generally, spasmolytic drugs such as papaverine extract, Belladonna, opium. Loperamide is not used to treat acute diarrhea. Again, 3. Again, there are no stool hardeners such as kaolin infection, carnal, tabonal. Its benefit to overcome diarrhea, so it is not given anymore. Antibiotics. Generally, antibiotics are not given if there is no clear cause of the cause is cholera. Given tetrazine. Antibiotics are also given if there are diseases such as pharyngitis, bronchitis, or bronchopneumonia. Thank you.